What's going on, everybody out there in YouTube land? It's your guy Q, the movie collector, here again, back with another 4K video review. And on today's video, we're going to be talking about a classic I think it's 1950 something. I'm not sure. When was this movie made? Let's see. 1950. This movie was made in 1950. Um, and typically with black and white films, like I really feel the vibe of a lot of these black and white films. And I have a few favorites. I'm just not going to name all of them here, but I'm going to name one in particular. This movie here, Double Indemnity, which is directed by Billy Wilder. And as you guys could probably see from the thumbnail, this is not what we're talking about today. And I only bring this up only because you'll see why when I get into the review. But we're here to talk about Sunset Boulevard. So yeah, Sunset Boulevard. This movie was sent to me for the purposes of this review from Alliance. Yeah, I will tell you, spoiler alert, I absolutely loved this film. Absolutely loved this film. And after watching this, I had to go back and, when I was watching the special features, and I was quickly reminded why I fell in love with this movie, not just because of what the movie is about, but who directed this movie, which also this movie was directed by Billy Wilder. Billy Wilder directed this movie. So, but yeah, so Sunset Boulevard. It follows a character, I forgot what his name was, but he's played by William Holden. It follows his character of a struggling screenwriter or script maker who's trying to find his way in Hollywood, trying to get his name out there, trying to attach his scripts to have his scripts turned into movies anyway. But Paramount just keeps rejecting him outright. And at the same time, he's having money woes where he's struggling to make payments on his car. He's got the repo man showing up at his door to collect, and he's just avoiding them left and right. So then, while he's out trying to sell his scripts, the repo men find him. So he goes and tries to escape him. He ends up having a blown tire. He turns right into the driveway of this huge I don't want to say mansion, but yes, mansion, a huge mansion. And side note, when I saw that scene just play out here in this movie, it took me to season 4 of Tales from the Crypt, the episode with Joe Pesci where he gets involved with the twin sisters. I think they recreate that scene from this movie in that episode of him having the tire blown or whatnot. I think they recreate that segment because I was like, wait a minute, this looks familiar. But anyway, that was a side note. So then he parks his car and he pushes his car into the garage of this huge mansion. And when he walks in, he's met by the butler pretty much. And he says, okay, well, are you here? He said, you good, you're here. If you need help with, the casket, I'm here to assist you. And he's looking like, casket? What casket? So then he goes up and he discovers there's like this chimpanzee that's pretty much dead and just laying there or whatnot. And then he meets this lady who goes by the name of Norma Desmond. And quickly he realizes that, wait a minute, Norma Desmond, she's like this past movie star. And so he lets her know that, hey, I'm not the guy you think I am with handling your chimpanzee, that I'm a script writer, my tire blown, and I ended up here. So then he goes about to get ready to leave, and all of a sudden she's interested in his script writing skills. So then she lets him stay at the house. He tries to deny from staying at the house. He wants to leave immediately. They give him a room prepped and everything. And next thing you know, he's sitting there inside this house with this lady while she's watching, and she talks him into creating a script for her to make her epic comeback to cinema. And he quickly realizes that he's trapped. He can't really leave the house. She won't allow him to. And so begins this turbulent relationship between the two. And he just doesn't want any part of it. He doesn't want any part of it. But the lady, she is just flat out insane. That's all I can say. That's all I can say. But yeah, the character of Norma Desmond was played by the great Gloria Swanson. I don't know much about her, but again, watching the special features, I see how great of a star she was. And what I thought was really interesting about this film was that they went and they took things from her older films, and when she was doing silent films, they incorporated it in this film to help assist with her character of Norma Desmond. But yeah, this is one of those, man, where it's kind of like I secretly think that this movie was ahead of its time. But I really, really enjoyed this. I enjoyed this very, very much. And if you're into films like that, man, I highly recommend this 1000%. This was my first watch, and I'm already a fan. And I will go on to say that I've become a huge fan of Billy Wilder's films now. I mean, this is the second film I've watched in this filmography, and I loved it just as much as I loved Double Indemnity. But but yeah, great film, great, outstanding film. Um, let's get into the special features now. Again, I've never owned this film before. Here you guys go if you guys want to pause it and look at it there. I've never owned this film before, but it comes with a load of special features. I didn't even get through even half of this stuff. The one thing that I did watch, and I think the only thing that I did watch, was Sunset Boulevard at the beginning, and I could tell immediately that this was something that was made for a past Blu-ray release, because there's some 4x3 shots, but then there's some widescreen 16:9 shots. But no, they go through and they talk to Nancy Olson, who's also in this film. They talk to her about her coming up in Hollywood, and they talk about Gloria Swanson and how about her come up in Hollywood. And the thing that I found that was really interesting about that featurette that I watched was that they said that they had other people lined up to play these characters. And the one that was really the most interesting to me that they talked about was the role of Norma Desmond. They said they had approached different actresses to play the role, but a lot of those actresses were, I want to say, they didn't want to portray themselves as being a struggling actress trying to make it back into Hollywood. They didn't want to do it, pretty much. They thought they were too proud to do it. But Gloria Swanson stepped up and killed this role. I'm so glad things played out the way that they did. But yeah, I thought the featurette that I watched was amazing, even though it's old. And I can't really judge this off the fact of someone who's previously owned it, because I've never owned it. But I mean, it's loaded. You can see it here. And I always go on to tell people that regardless if a person's seen the movie or not, if it's got stuff talking about the making of the film, that's an added bonus in my opinion, especially for a movie that you really like. And I thought they knocked it out of the park, whether they're brand new releases, brand new special features, or past special features. They're on here. They're definitely on here. Now let's talk about the transfer. And again, I thought this movie looked very filmic. I thought things looked great. I thought they looked absolutely fantastic. I will even go as far as to say that it was very much a great, beautiful black and white presentation. I would even say that it's on par with this transfer as well. But yeah, this was a great transfer, and they're using Dolby Vision HDR as well. I want to say I think this is my first Dolby Vision HDR black and white film that I've watched in my collection, and I thought it looked beautiful. I thought it looked amazing. And you get normal, what is this? It doesn't have anything really to scoff at as far as audio. I mean, it's original theatrical audio. I thought it sounded pretty good for what it was. But yeah, this release from Paramount, great release, Paramount. And this goes on to tell everyone, you know, Paramount's kind of like it had an up and down year when it comes to their releases, like in typical fashion. But this is a winner. This is definitely a winner in my book. If you're a fan of Sunset Boulevard or a fan of Billy Wilder's movies, I highly recommend this. Highly recommend this movie. If you're into thrillers, man, still I recommend this. This is an old school thriller. I enjoyed this a lot. Um, I would even go as far as say this too. I know I'm talking a lot in this review. If you're a fan of Misery, you will love this film. You will freaking love this film. But yeah, that does it for the review today. And as always, people, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe below. I really do appreciate it. And what are more Billy Wilder movies that you guys recommend that I watch? I mean, I want to kind of, with this being the second one that I love, I want to dive into his filmography. I really do. So if you guys have any recommendations, put them down below because I definitely want to check them out, especially if they're 4Ks. Not saying I'm not discriminating. I will watch a Blu-ray in a heartbeat, but I really want to build up on my 4K library. But yeah, that does it for today. And as always, people, thank you so much, and I will talk to you guys soon. Peace.